everybody, this is Elizabeth from Silvernest Homeschooling, mom of 4, homeschooling, ending our 13th year. Had a little bit of snafu there, so sorry if I haven't been posting, but we are catching up and I haven't videoed everything. I have already gotten rid of some stuff, but I wanted to go through 7th grade science and how it went, and if I would have done it again. Yes, I would have done it again. What did we use? We used board games, which I can go through and kind of give you an idea of which ones were our favorites and which ones maybe to save your money on. I did take a couple back to our co-op already, so sorry they're not here. Also, we used MEL science kits that we found in a free pile. This is the best thing ever for us to have for free. They are quite expensive, and I don't know if I would have spent money on them, but we did a co-op and I did do a video on their response to what that was like, kind of give an overview, so I'll post that as well. We also used Gather Round's chemistry unit and Gather Round's energy unit and Gather Round's Renaissance and Revival, because all of the Gather Round has some science in it. We did go ahead and really focus in on the board games and the science kits while we were doing this one, though, because it does have less science. And then we also did a botany unit. So that was from Gather Round, which I do not have because I did put that upstairs as well. And botany and I think botany and Renaissance were her favorite because she does like history and it had so many great things about the revivals that have happened throughout time. Energy was definitely her least favorite. And she did fine with chemistry. My goal in 7th grade is to introduce them to lots of concepts that they're going to hit when they're in high school, so that when they get to them in high school, they won't be as nervous about them. So we loved this. She loved this. I love this. In fact, she said, please stop calling this a school game, because if we keep calling it a school game, I'm not going to want to play it anymore. It is so cute the way you are in the lab using the periodic table as your point system, trying to discover actual compounds and build them by drawing little cubes out of a bag, or actually they're like almost gems out of a bag, and then they symbolize different elements from the periodic table, and then you combine them to make stuff. And so super fun. You have fires and things explode. It's great. We also played subatomic with some friends. In this one, you're learning a lot about, obviously, building the atom, and she thought this was fine. She did win sometimes, and we did play this with her friends. Her friends enjoyed it as well. I like the fact it has the science characters from history that you get to play for special abilities, and they got really into it. So yeah, this one was good too. I would recommend this one as well. Periodic, her friends liked this one when we played with them. She did not like it so much. So every Wednesday, a group of friends would come over and we would do the MEL chemistry kits and the board games, taking turns on which one we were working on. And so 7th graders, 5th graders, and then a 3rd grader on occasion. And so, yeah, it was really fun to do it that way, to mix up with all of like the daily work from Gather Round between her and I. Yeah, this one I liked as well. I wouldn't probably put it at the top just because you're collecting things and you're building things and you're playing on the periodic table, which is super cool. But as far as like a fun game, this one was mostly forgettable. As far as like teaching you stuff, fine. But I don't know that I would buy it brand new unless you were really specifically going over this. But it wasn't too hard. You know, you think, well, I'm playing this with 7th and 5th. I mean, they do like to play games, so they were good at that. But I wouldn't say it was super complicated, but it was almost forgettable. We didn't get to Alpha, but we have played Alpha in the past. And this one, you are a dog pack, wolf pack. And as the food disappears, there's not as much of it. So we'll use this again probably next year when we do our history, PNW history, Pacific Northwest. Cytosis is great. We played this before. And we actually had cellulose as well, which she really enjoyed also. Wonderful for teaching science. Explains it really, really well. If you are doing middle school, high school, this one is worker placement. If you know what that is, it's where you're putting your people out and gathering things. She absolutely preferred the cellulose over cytosis, but that one we had bought through the school, so I had to give that one back. They're all from the same company. This company creates Genius Games. They create games that are from science teachers in high school, teaching the actual science, and then also putting it with a fun game mechanic like pass and worker placement, things like that. They also made this game, Genius Games, Genotype. I really love this game. We didn't get to it this year. I'm so sad. We did play it before a couple times. I will keep this one, and it's all about Mendelian and the DNA. Because we did more of a focus on chemistry, we didn't get to do this one as often, but she has seen this play before, and it will just stay in our house for us to use in the future. Nature Flux, probably skip this one. I mean, it does combine things. It's not a bad game of Flux. We like Flux. We have quite a few different versions of it, but there are some things that are interesting. But as far as like teaching science, it's more like a brain break. In fact, if she really wanted a short game, she would pull this one out because it would get done really quickly. Cardline Animals. This one is really hard to find, so I don't think I'd recommend it because it's going to be too expensive if you do find it. But if you find it at a thrift store, grab it. And you are comparing and contrasting the size or the heaviness or different things of the animals, and then just trying to line them up in that order, guessing which one you think, like, is a panda bear bigger than a tiger, or those sort of things. We didn't use these this year, but these are from a long time ago. The little science bashers from Target used to sell. And then this is kind of fun. This is Happy Atoms, and you connect this to your iPad and you build atoms and you add to your world of discovery. And my kids have learned, if you want to download the app, you can actually draw atoms on a white piece of paper. These are the colors. And the computer program or the iPad, you take pictures and it thinks that you have those things. So you can actually do this yourself without the set, but they're magnetized. And so they connect and you can actually practice building the different molecules. Now, I was given this one from a friend who had used it with her family. And then my school had bought one for me that we used with the kids. And when we first got it, we played it all the time. It really did help. Highly recommend that part of it. Expensive. Try to find it at a thrift store. If you're budget conscious, there's other ways to do it. But that one actually was so fun. The kids spent hours, all of them spent hours making their own atoms and stuff. And if you can hack it, I know it's probably not nice to Portents and Cosmos, but if you can hack it, maybe find the app and then see if they can draw their own atoms. And I'd be so curious to know if that worked for you. We also read some books, just different science books, and that was what we did. So successful? Yes, I would do it again.